To install the premium front doors with manual windows on your Ranger SP570, follow these steps. If installing a windshield, ensure to install the doors first since the striker mounts to the windshield bracket and will affect the striker adjustment. Park the vehicle on a flat level surface. Ensure it is in park and remove the key. Next, remove the upper side net fastener from the ROPS. Retain the nut plate for upper door bracket installation. Then, remove and retain the lower side net fastener on the floorboard. Continue by reinstalling the retained lower fastener and torquing to specification. Next, lift the seat by pivoting the rear of the seat up. Then, remove and retain the two side net fasteners and set the net aside. Continue by reinstalling the retained fasteners and torquing to specification. Then, lift up the two seatbelt buckles and pivot the seat down. Then, undo the net straps Next, if a rear panel is installed, unlock the panel and pivot back. And set the net aside. Continue by pivoting the rear panel in and locking the panel if installed. Next, compare the upper chassis hinges and select the appropriate one for your door. Continue by inserting a nut plate with the smooth side facing outward into the ROPS bracket. Then, align the upper chassis hinge with the mounting holes on the ROPS bracket, and install two fasteners through the hinge into the plate. Then, square up the chassis hinge and torque the fasteners to specification. Next, lift the cargo box lever to tilt the box up. Then, remove and retain the fastener and clamp on the grab handle inside the side bezel. Continue by removing and retaining the 4 push-pin rivets from the side bezel near the grab handle. Then, disengage the retention tabs on the bezel and lift out to remove. Next, compare the two lower hinges. The hinge should face the front of the vehicle when installed. Then, align the lower chassis hinge with the mounting holes on the rear of the cab, and install 2 fasteners. Align the bracket in the middle of the adjustment range, and torque the fasteners to specification while ensuring the bracket remains level. Next, locate the groove on the back of the side bezel, and cut the groove out to create room for the door hinge. Then, align the side bezel retention tabs with the body of the vehicle, pressing the bezel into place until fully seated. Continue by reinstalling the 4 push-pin rivets into the side bezel. Then, reinstall the retained fastener and clamp over the grab handle into the side bezel, and torque the fastener to specification. Before continuing, lower the box and ensure the latch is secure. Next, remove the fasteners from the side net latch on the ROPS, and remove the latch. Then, if equipped, remove the 2 windshield bracket fasteners. Next, compare the 2 striker mounts. The flat side of the mount will face the inside of the vehicle. On multi-passenger vehicles, the rear door striker should point to the rear of the vehicle. The bracket included with the kit is used to secure the striker mount if a windshield is not already installed. Then, align the striker mount with the mounting holes on the ROPS and loosely install 2 new fasteners. If no windshield was previously installed, 2 included weld nuts will be used. If a windshield was installed, the striker plate will be secured to the windshield bracket. On the rear doors, the strike mount is secured to the ROPS. Then, install the striker and round washer, round side out, into the striker mount, and loosely secure with a new nut. Next, slide a nylon washer on the upper and lower chassis side hinges. Then, grease the pins on the upper and lower chassis side hinges using all-season grease. Next, with the aid of an assistant, align the door hinges with the chassis hinges. Then, pivot the door as needed to fully seat the upper and lower hinges. Next, remove and retain the fastener from the lower floor trim piece. Then, remove the 2 pushpin rivets from the trim piece and remove the trim. Then, reinstall the previously removed fastener and torque to specification. Next, press the included door adjustment tool onto the lower door frame. Then, lift the door up over the adjustment tool and slowly close the door to observe the striker pin entering the latch assembly. Ensure the door double latches and adjust the position as necessary. Next, torque the upper door hinge fasteners to specification. Before continuing, open the door and remove the door adjustment tool. Then, set the striker in the previously noted position. The striker can be adjusted vertically by loosening the bracket mounting fasteners and horizontally by loosening the nut on the back of the striker. The rear bracket is adjusted vertically by adjusting the inside bracket mounts and horizontally by loosening the 2 striker fasteners. Once aligned, torque the strike mount fasteners to specification. Then, torque the striker to specification. And verify proper operation of the door. If needed, repeat this adjustment procedure. If you are unable to achieve proper adjustment, the lower bracket can be adjusted inwards or outwards by removing the side bezel and loosening the mounting fasteners. Before continuing, shut the door to ensure the double latch clicks into place when closed. Next, remove and retain the upper seatbelt mount fastener and nut. Then, insert the fastener through the seatbelt mounting point, washer, and the limiter strap post mount with the tab up and facing inward. Continue by inserting the assembly into the ROPS bracket and reinstall the nut. Then, torque the nut to specification. Next, install a fastener and spacer into the top of the limiter strap post mount. And secure with the provided nut. Then, align the hole in the limiter strap with the limiter strap post, and press the strap down around the post. Continue by torquing the fastener to specification. Finally, repeat this entire process to install the other door. The door can be locked and unlocked using the key provided in the kit. To open the door from the inside, push the lever forward to free the latch. To operate the window, use the manual window crank to open and close the window. To install the storage net, align the net with the mounting holes in the door. Then, install the 7 push-pin rivets to secure the net. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.